All right. All right. Welcome everybody to this Wednesday chat with Dwana Olson. I'm super excited about it. I just want to share one quick thing. I just got off of about 45 minutes ago a chat with about 6 of our Diamond Coaches leaders of our company. Let me mute everything real quick. Inside of our business, we had this chat. We were talking about all these ideas on how to best serve and help our clients get results, and it was absolutely inspiring. The things that we talked about, and one of them, I called this a chat because one of the things that I learned from one of our top leaders is right now they're not doing really trainings on their team calls. They're just having discussions and hanging out and answering each other's questions and just really building an awesome community. So I'm kind of working on leading our team in that direction. There's training all over the place inside of our community with Team Beachbody, with National Wake Up Calls on Monday mornings, Beachbody Champions pages putting out trainings. Obviously, we will do trainings on things when they come out. Like we have Melissa Zeidler, one of our 6-month coaches that's in a test group. So obviously we'll have her come on and train on the program and share her experience. But we really want to create an incredible community. And what I see in our speaker today, in Dwana, who's going to share her story with us, is she is incredible, I feel, at creating a community. I watch what she does. I observe what she does with her coaches and with her clients and with her Facebook page, with her videos, and I'm just inspired by that. So that's why I wanted to bring her on here today. She does have to go get her daughter, and so we have to kick her off at 12:30 Mountain Time, 11:30 p.m. her time. So you guys help hold us accountable to that. We'll just boot her out of this Zoom meeting right at that time. But Dwana is a mother. She's a wife. She's a group fitness instructor, has been for a long time. She's been a part of our team for about 4 years and just recently really have really dived in, and she's doing some incredible things with her clients and her coaches and her team. So with that being said, Dwana, I'm gonna have you unmute, and I just want to ask you a few questions. But before I ask you, there's 3 questions I want to ask you. Before I ask them, can you just share a little bit about your experience, a little bit about your story, so people know who you are?
Yes, thank you so much. My journey with Beachbody actually started a long time ago. I hated the gym. I was that person that hated the gym because my very first gym experience being as a teenager when I was over 200 pounds, and walking into that space and seeing everyone fit and knowing what they're doing. And I did not have an instructor, unfortunately, in that first gym experience who saw me. She saw my weight and didn't make me feel welcome. And I walked out of that gym swearing I would never go back to a gym. I didn't want to feel like that ever again. And so, fast forward, when I met my fiance, who's now my husband, he was very active, very into running and fitness. And he encouraged me to go to the gym with him. And so we started doing treadmill and weights. It was just stupid boring, hated it. And then I discovered group fitness. I walked into a room and it was actually Chalene Johnson's gym version of Turbo Jam. It was called Turbo Kick. I fell in love. I got bit by the fitness bug. It was the music, it was the energy, and like everything on my body was bouncing. And I'm sure I screwed up all the moves. It didn't matter. Like I just felt alive. And that's what I try to instill in people when they start their journey. When I start them on a fitness program, or if I connect with them in one of my live classes, it's, you matter. No matter what you look like, there's something within you that deserves to come out. And what I found is fitness is the mechanism that's allowed me to discover the best part of myself. And that's what I try to instill in people. So with Beachbody, after I had my second daughter, I was going to the gym and I actually became an instructor. But after I had my second baby, something in me just changed where I felt lost, and I didn't want to go back to the gym. I felt like that chubby teen all over again, so I want to parlay this real quickly into how much personal development helps us. It's this is what we should be working on first and foremost, way more than what we look like. So that being said, this was messing with me. And then I was staying home and I saw my first Beachbody infomercial, which was called Turbo Jam. And everything that I saw in the video looked exactly what we were doing in the gym. I'm like, I had no idea. I had not made the connection. I didn't know it was a Chalene Johnson program. And so what really did it for me is, I was raised by my mom who was Samoan, and being in that Samoan culture, it's just, there's no way that Samoans are fit. There's just no way. We're just destined to be fat, right? And destined to just eat all the food. Well, one of the instructors on there, her name was Honorita Sloss, who I'm very good friends with still today. I saw her story and she lost over 200 pounds. And that's what did it for me. That's when I picked up the phone. I was bawling. I didn't ask my husband. I just bought it. I was like, I need this. And when he came home, I'm like, can I please buy this program? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, cool. Cause I got expedited shipping. It'll be here tomorrow. And every single day I pushed play, every single day without fail. I had my baby on the ground. I was holding a rattle in each arm and I was punching and kicking and crying and shaking and jiggling. And that feeling that I had when I discovered Turbo Kick came back to me. And the company had just been in the infancy stages of coaching, but I was going back to my corporate job. And yeah, I love the ideal, not of growing a team, but just of being able to inspire other people and earn some extra money on the side. So I have to kind of say that really was the foundation of me. I had no, inkling of building a team or growing a business. I just loved the idea that this company would allow you to get healthy from home and give you an opportunity to earn some income while you did it. So fast forward a few years, I actually left the company for a little bit, and then I came back and joined Scotty's team, like he said. So I've been a coach with Scotty's team for about 4 years, and I've had ebbs and flows with finding the right balance with raising kids. It's easy when they're babies. I know anyone watching this with infants is going to want to smack me right now, but it's easy in the sense that you give them boob, you give them a diaper, you lay them down. Like there's not too much going on. You might be a little bit tired, but you can work out and you can, take care of yourself and all these things you got to do. But as they get older and really being present for your children and family, which 100% we should all be doing, especially in this time now, the onus is on you. It's onus is on me as a business owner I want this so badly, but I want to make sure that I'm doing it in a way that can be sustainable. And so, watching the mentors on this team, watching Scotty, watching some of the other leaders, making sure that, you have discipline what you're doing. You've got structure. So the company advises us to do the invites, not 50 a day. I think the guideline is still 3 to 5 a day, right? And with our Success Club goals, so it came down to me in this business. See, this is what I told Scotty. He'll ask me a question and I'll just go off in la la land, is making sure that my team is doing what they can do daily. So not overwhelming yourself, which is what I did the first time. It's like I was doing all the things and, posting and doing all this stuff, but I wasn't really inviting. I didn't have it down to like, well, what really is my strategy? Am I following a workout program instead of just posting the workout of the day? Am I sending my results to the Beachbody Challenge? Am I sticking with my nutrition and sharing where I'm struggling with my nutrition? Am I making sure that my challengers are checking in every day? Am I making sure that I'm there for them outside of just the fitness? Like if you're going through something outside of that, that's something that should be talked about. It should be addressed instead of just watching everyone else seemingly happy and you're just sitting there suffering. Am I reading, right? That's a huge piece that I didn't really follow the first time around. I was like, I'm always a naturally positive person. I don't need to read. Mindset development has changed everything. It's incredible to me. And also what I share with my team and even my challengers is this gives you something to give to others. And I remember when I first joined Scotty's team, he had a really nice template was, what did you read today? And did you teach it to somebody? Did you have your shake? Did you do your workout? So, I mean, it seems so simplistic, but the more we do those simple things, then they become second nature. You don't have to think about them again. And then you can focus on the details of your invites or the structure with your team calls and trainings and all that stuff that he mentioned. So, totally lost my track of thought. So I'm going to stop talking and wait for the next question.
That's all right. I love it. I love your energy, Dwana. Just watching here, I'm like, man, I could sit here and chat with Dwana all day long, but you got your kids, I got my kids, and we build our business that way in those little cracks of time.
Yes,
so
yes.
My question, speaking of family, I love that I could see your family picture behind you there. Beautiful family. How have you kept your fitness a priority for you and your family?
I feel it really is a gift, because of COVID, I actually don't have as many live classes that I did before I started. So I was taking 14 classes a week. 5 of those, I was actually physically working out with my members. And it was tough for me to find that balance. Like I'm all in. When I'm teaching a live class, I'm 100%, I'm jumping. I feel like I can fly for me to stick with the programs. And so where I felt like the priority was yes, I want to inspire people, but I also want to be 100% authentic. So I was finding that I was doing IO programs or dance programs to complement what I was already doing. And then I could continue to show up and share to inspire people to get started from home. Since COVID has hit, I have lost all of those jobs. And the neat thing is, I feel like this is the first time in my journey that I've just been 100% in with the Beachbody programs. You know, I did the 3-day refresh recently. I completed, I'm blanking, Morning Meltdown 100 with Jericho, and I did MBF, and now I'm finishing MBFA. And the neat thing about this experience now is they are older. You know, when we first started, it was more like, okay, bopping around and letting, you know, parents be inspired by that. But I can have conversations about authentically how fitness is helping to save our family. Like, we are not a sick family, and I'm Shakeology, flu shots, like, we are a family that we have not been sick, and I work in a gym. So I feel like that education with my kids and why it's important to have vegetables, you know, is so important. So with the fitness specifically, them being able to see their mom and my oldest two are now on social media. So when they see my posts, they get an understanding of why I do what I do, why I coach, why it's important to me, but also the difference that it makes for their mom. When I'm working out, when I'm taking care of myself, I'm less sad. I yell a little bit less. Don't eat as much wine. They get to see that, and I feel blessed because my son, all of my kids are very, very active. And when they go out and they pursue those things, those physical things, I see the difference in them as well. And then it always comes back to, see, doesn't it make you feel so proud that you can run, that you can jump, that you can climb, that you can dance? And if we were sitting on the couch all day, you know, eating chips, we can still have our chips, but we got to move. It would be a different type of life, you know. And are you proud that our family has more joy because we do all of these things? We are active. Mama does our workouts. Mommy and Daddy work out together in the garage. My son and my husband started doing Lift 4 together. And all of those things, I feel we would not be in that space if I hadn't laid the foundation with fitness years ago.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you laid that foundation early. I love that your kids get to see what you're doing on social media. Like, they don't see you, like, I watch your social media, they don't see you talking about this politics, these politics, this and that, and ups and downs. It's like, you're just always adding light to people, and you're that example to them. So not only the fitness, but the mindset, and they're grasping from you as well. I see that.
I tell you, it was a training, and I don't remember if it was summit training, but it was a training, a Beachbody training, and these things stuck with me. When you're posting, ask yourself these 3 things, and you'll never go wrong. Is it true? Is it helpful? Would it make your family proud? So every time I post, is it true? Is it helpful? Would it make Ian proud? Oh, my kids, when you post, is it true? Is it helpful? Would it make Mom and Daddy proud? You don't have to worry about a future employer. You don't have to worry about pissing someone off. The goal of having this free opportunity to share with people is to spread your light and your joy, and to connect with them, and to inspire them, especially as business owners. So that's been a really cool conversation. I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, I love that. You know, it's neat. All of my kids have grasped doing some of these workouts, whether they're, you know, one of my daughters doesn't jump in with the workouts so much, but she's like competition dance like 3 times a day. So she's always busy. But some of my kids have done complete programs with me. And this, I don't think anybody knows this outside of our family, but my 13-year-old daughter hasn't had chips for a year in December. And she like set herself to only eat 1 treat. Like, she used to make brownies for the family every Sunday. She set a goal to only have 1 treat a month. And then she did that, and then she completely dropped that 5 months ago. She hasn't had sugar, a treat. And it's not that she's deprived, she just doesn't want it. Like, this girl, the other day, she like called me from the school, and she's like, Dad, I didn't have time to get lunch, and she doesn't eat the school lunches. And she's like, could you bring me something? And I never do that, but she's like, could you bring me a chocolate Shakeology with banana and peanut butter and a Tupperware of grapes? And I was like, sure. And like, that's what she eats every single day. And it's, I mean, she sees me eat chips. She sees me eat healthy and juice veggies. Like, she sees that, but I think really just listening to Jericho during Morning Meltdown 100, which she did 2 times, and listening to these trainers as well, outside of what we're doing inside the home, has really just helped develop some new habits in her that will serve, you know, who knows how many people. So I just wanted to add that on top of, like, your kids are seeing what you're doing. I want you guys to know that are watching this video, your kids are watching what you're doing. It's not only about us. It is in a way, because like you said, you drink less wine, yell less. Like, I'm more patient when I work out. When I skip, I can turn into a beast. So like that helps us personally, but it also helps the kids as well. So do you want to ask you another question? What challenges have you personally experienced with sticking to a routine, being a busy mom?
Yeah. And the first thing I'm gonna say is I act like infancy stage, and it's funny because when you have little babies, like I remember me, I would give anything to have a full night's sleep. I remember parents of like teenagers, like where I'm at right now, complaining about how hard life is. I'm like, are you stupid? Like you can sleep for 12 hours if you want to. They don't care about you. They're off doing their own thing. Oh my gosh. The challenge as they get older is they are their own individuals, and you don't want them sitting in front of a TV all day. You don't want them sucked into social media. You don't want them hanging around kids that you don't know their parents and all that kind of stuff. So like I have 5 lives. So the challenge has been, consistency with when I do my workouts, because I am a personal trainer. I do still teach 5 classes. I'm really proud to share, I just got hired by a virtual reality company to coach, fitness classes. So that takes up just a little bit of my time as well. So the challenge is, while I'm working on living a fulfilling and joyful life, making sure that I'm still showing up for the people that I care very much about. I want them to have what I have, or a semblance of what I have. I want them to create a beautiful, joyful life, have a better relationship with your spouse, because as a woman, you're so much less consumed with what you look like, and you're really focused on the badass woman that you were before you met your husband and before you had kids. Like you were a queen, and every single day you should be able to honor that and connect with that. And fitness has done that for me. So the fact that our programs, I mean, gosh, it's so amazing to me, like how much we've advanced and grown as a company. No more DVDs. And if you're not feeling your workout that day, you can go and do a dance workout, or you can do a yoga workout. So the big challenge for me with everything going on in my life has been staying excited about doing it. I get up in the morning and I'll do my workouts, or I'll do them at night. It's either one or the other. I don't have time to do it during the day. My family, we have 3 different schools. For the first time, all my children are in 3 different schools with 3 different drop-off times and 3 different pickup times because of COVID and the hybrid schedule. So what I found is, if I get up early and knock the workout out, I feel incredible. I'm just floating the entire day. Or if I do it at night, it gives me a little bit more time to craft a post uninterrupted, and then be able to share that with my followers and with, So I would say that would be the biggest challenge. But the way that I've worked around it is, I understand that if I don't schedule it out, so for my week, I know that these are the 3 days I'm going to get up and do the workout in the morning. These are the 2 days I'm doing it at night. My rest day is either 1 or 2 days on the weekend, and making sure my family knows. I think that's another key, is talk to the people in your life. Don't run and grow this business on your own. It won't work. You have to, even if you don't have 100% support at maybe the early phases of your business, at least letting them know why you're so passionate about it, why it's important. And I feel like the easiest way to have that conversation is to bring it back down to, it's a fitness-based organization. And we all need that, especially in this time. A quote that I just read is, if you don't make time for your fitness, time will make time for your illness.
Oh yeah.
So if we don't put that first, if we continue to push it off, or piecemeal it here and there instead of staying consistent, we're not going to get the benefit, that long-term lifestyle benefit.
I love that. Well, thank you for sharing some of those challenges and like how you're overcoming them with a routine. One thing that I listen to and hear there is, and from my own personal experiences, you had to make a decision that you are going to do that every single day. You know how you feel because of it, and then you had to make a decision. And once you made the decision, you had to say, okay, when am I going to fit this into my schedule? And for you personally, it's morning and it's night.
Yes.
Either morning or night. I think back, one of the things that I don't get bothered by too many things. One of the things that bothers me is someone will be on track with their workouts, and I'll do a weekly check-in with them, and they'll say like, oh, I started doing 12-hour shifts and now I can't work out. And I'm like, no, you can, you just have to make a decision to, and then figure out when in your schedule it's going to work. And I think I might be a little hard on people in that area, because my whole first 2 years of doing P90X, I was going to work at 5 a.m. and getting home at 5 p.m. So a 12-hour day, and my wife was at work at night. So I had my 3 little girls, and maybe the P90X workout There were some days I could go in later at 7, but most days was 5 o'clock. And the days I went in at 7, I did my workout at 5:30 to 6:30, and then I went. The days I went at 5, I had to come home from work. I had to put the kids a little, what was the show they watched? They watched, they like go through the alphabet and they sing each letter. I can't remember what it's called right now. But anyway, they would watch that same video over. I wish I could remember what it's called. It was a little DVD I had. But I would do my workout while my 2 little girls were on the couch listening to the alphabet, and they would need something, and I would have to leave my workout. And to be honest, I didn't pause the workout. I would just like run out of the room, grab a bottle, come back. And so it wasn't ever 100% on those days, but I showed up and did what I could, and I still felt great from doing it. So that comes down to just having that decision. Okay, if I work late, if I go to work at 7, I'm doing it in the morning. If I work at 5, I'm going to do it right when I get home. And the kids are going to watch the ABC, whatever it was, show. So I know you got to leave in 8 minutes. Wait, I can't hear you.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there you are. It's a little quiet, but.
Something I share that just ties in perfectly to what you just shared is, by the way, there's no commute. So the time that it would take you to drive to the gym, like you're getting all that time back. So they're really, whether you have a full-time job or you're working a 12-hour shift or multiple jobs, that commute time easily, if it would take you 15 minutes to drive to the gym, you've got that 30 minutes back or 45 minutes or whatever. It's like you've got that time back. Put it back to you. Like give that gift back to yourself.
Yeah. And it's so like some of the workout, I mean, even if, let's say your life suddenly got more busy and you were doing a longer workout that was an hour a day, like 80-day obsession, let's say, and then life gets busier and more hectic, it's okay to switch to T25 and just like 25 minutes in between doing this, like just like you're doing this 30-minute call right now before you got to go pick up your daughter. So you can always adjust your approach. It doesn't have to be perfect. Start, finish, everything like perfect. Never will be. Okay, one last question for you. What tips could you give anybody that's watching this to like any parent out there or maybe they're a college student, whatever, someone that's busy and working, what tips could you offer them with their health and fitness journey?
Great. First one is give yourself some grace. With social media, it's really easy to start beating yourself up because you see a mom post that she's got 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, seemingly doing it all, and you're too tired, you're exhausted at the end of the day to put yourself first. You know that you should, but you're too tired. So if you don't give yourself grace and know that there's still a huge highlight reel going on social media, and that you're deserving, whether you feel like you've got the energy to do it or you don't have the energy to do it, you are deserving of it. And I feel like if you remind yourself out of every single day, it's part of why the name of my team is Lean Dynasty. That lean is an acronym. You have to love yourself first. You have to, no matter what space you're in, you have to give yourself that gift of, I am worthy of this, no matter what's happened in my past, no matter this political climate, no matter what I look like or what the number on the scale, I deserve this and I need to love myself enough to just start. So give yourself grace. The second piece is to write down what you want for the day. So besides setting big picture goals, vision boards, those are all great. Sometimes you can have all that excitement and you put it in a vision board, but you never drilled it down to what you need to do early in the day. And I remember this saying, whatever your goal is, focus on early in the month, early in the week, early in the day. So having a list, these are all the things that I need to do. I don't know, I've never classified myself. I don't know if I'm type A, type D, ADD, I don't know, all these like phrases. My brain never shuts off. Like in the first thing in the morning, I have so many things going on and it's not stressful. It's just the way my brain is wired. But what helps me focus is I write down all 50 things that I'm thinking about. It's just freaking chicken scratch. And what a powerful thing to cross everything off as I go. Cross it off. So whether that's, I know that whenever I post something, I've got people that like it or comment, and those are my first things that I'm doing is I'm trying to connect and start a conversation with them so that I can invite them to my group. My workout, when I'm going to drink my Shakeology, my husband and I talk about that because my kids drink it as well. So are we making it? If we make it, like if one person makes it, make it for everybody. I don't want the blender coming out 3 or 4 times. It just doesn't make sense. That's my second tip, is to make sure that you're writing down what your goals are for that day. Put it on a sticky note, put it somewhere where you can see it, and then use that throughout the day to kind of check mark. Something doesn't get finished, that's okay. We've got trainings on that too, like take the top 5 things if you're not going to be able to do everything. But just getting in the habit of offloading what's in your head is a huge tip to helping you stay on top of everything. And then the last thing that I would say is make it fun. Make it fun. Scotty needs to plug his ears right now. I struggled so much with Body Beast because I was so bored. I am a music girl. Like, I need to bump up the jams. It's how I got started in fitness. It's why I fell in love with group fitness. The music is loud. I'm synchronized to the movement. And so what I've done is I turn the music up. So when I'm in the garage, I'm like, why have I not done this? So with MBFA, fantastic program, fantastic. Like the dynamic of the movements and the way that Megan coaches and form and technique, she nails it. I don't particularly care for the music. So I'll bump up what I need to. I'll just turn it up. I watch her, and then I'll do some time to record. That excites me. And that's what's going to keep my passion alive. No matter what program I'm doing, is this is what I need to bring out the very best of me when I'm doing these workouts. So that's the other thing that I tell my coaches is bump up the jams. I don't care. My husband is all Rage Against the Machine and Aerosmith and all that kind of stuff. So if that's what helps you stay excited about the journey, because I think that's such a big piece, you don't want it to be monotonous. You don't want to just be posting just to post. You don't want to just get the workout in to say, I got my workout in. Like, it's a gift to be here, and it's a gift that we opened our eyes today. And it is such a blessing that we have this whole, community and this, the structure of the community. There's no guesswork in it. So that being said, all the hard work's kind of been done. They've laid the foundation. Let's show up with our very best. And for me, those have been like the tips that have helped me stay consistent.
I love that. Show up uniquely yourself. I love that you say like the steps are like the success. We have the Success Club system activity tracker. It's like lined out step by step, everything you should do in your day. And it takes only an hour and 40 minutes. You can do it in 10-minute blocks, 20-minute blocks, 45 minutes here, 45 minutes there. Knock it all out at once when the kids are, however you want, right? But I think you nailed, and you got to go in 2 minutes. So we'll end this call in 2 minutes. But I think one of the things that you really nailed on the head is really bringing the right energy. Like the reason you're seeing so much success with your team and your tribe and your community is that you're being authentically and uniquely you, doing things that light you on fire. That energy goes out to the universe and attracts the right people and helps them find that inside of themselves. So that's one of the biggest tips I can take from you today, from just listening to you, is to really stay focused on doing those things that I love. I was listening to you, Body Beast, like any of the programs, like I think about when I felt the most alive and the most inspired to go out and lead and uplift others is when I listened to personal development audios during, like yours is music, for example. But mine is when I'm listening to like Think and Grow Rich, even though it's kind of like slow paced, I come out of that with all of these ideas, and then I want to share that with the world. So like, if you're watching this, like, that's why it's important to find and really discover who you are, because Dwanna's saying, listen to music. Scotty's saying, listen to personal development. You have to try and do all of these different things to figure out what lights you on fire, because that's what's going to bring people to you, and you're really going to make a difference. So Dwanna, do you have any last thing you want to say in this last minute?
I'm so grateful for all of this. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I am blessed to be a part of this. Thank you for all you do, Scotty.
Yep, and thank you, Dwanna. All right, everybody, thanks for hopping on live with the call. This will be recorded. If you think it will help one of your customers or your clients or your coaches, feel free to direct them to the recording. And thank you, Dwanna. Go yes. Family over everything. So we'll see you later, and we'll see you guys all next week on the team call.